Hi, welcome to our 100% playthrough of Doki Doki Literature Club, following Yuri's route, and this is Act 1, Day 4. It's already Sunday, and I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but that doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert, and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up just a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already getting to learn more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard much from Sayori since she left the club early that other day. It's not like we can text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for us to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that I have a habit of simply entering each other's houses like if we were a family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't around in the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for me to not run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Jobby James. I sit down in our room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this for a long time, haven't you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much really changed, has it? Sayori's room is a mess. Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also don't recognize the same stuffed animals, and I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she had for years now. Hee. If you come over more often, I wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I'll end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how do you know that? Sayori has already left by the time we decided in the last meet. Wait, Sayori has already left by the time we decided that in the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That is true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. I'm just helping her online. I don't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then? Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares at a random direction. Everything about her behaviour is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you're doing. After you left on Friday, there was something wrong. You can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So? Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Jobby James. Why can't you just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. Letting it so weak and accidentally express my feelings. If I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't be so worried about me after all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I am getting punishment for being so selfish. I think that's why the world's decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ah ha 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 ha. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Jobby James. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Hee. You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Jobby James? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late for school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. That's the reason what is there to do anything is when I fully know how worthless I am. What reasons? Whatever. Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and care to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want everyone to be... That's why I want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sarah kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Does she really want so badly for me to not just think about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even there's not much to do, not much that I can do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. And all you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Jobby James. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you have to waste effort caring about me such important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people care about me. It feels nice sometimes. Also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Ha 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 ha! That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone else be happy together is the best thing for me. And then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Ahahaha. You're right, I didn't understand. I don't understand your feeling at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Jobby James. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everyone could be always like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you how horrible a person I am. Stare straight down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way I couldn't understand. And that's why you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's who I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Ah! Jobby James. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with someone else, then that's just a bonus. Please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Jobby James. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No! Don't do this to me! Please don't do this! Jobby James, Sayori barely managed to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want for us to know that I care. If you have it to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand my feelings, any of my feelings, Jobby James. The only time feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. And as she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think it would be nice then. Yeah. Siri wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all the days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't! Please don't! If you do that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet at my house. At the very least, I want you to come along and help out. It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if it would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. I'm trying my best. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worried too much, and we're definitely gonna have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah! Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. You were waiting for me a long time. Were you waiting for me for a long time? No, I just got here. I just started to get really nervous when no one answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you hurried more on my way home. I suppose that. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I could do is everything. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it out before he came over, so... That's very considerate for you to do. No. I'll be very embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you are here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would gladly help you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there! I snatched Yuri's wrists, which I was about a process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrists. She puts both of my hands firmly in her lap, as if I'm making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. But I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? And let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles of a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I planned to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that'd be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that'd be really neat. Well, what's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? That's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Is that so? It's one of my favourite contributions to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herb you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can have it feel permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes a cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. Just a moment, a thin tray of vapor spout through a small hole in the top. Oh wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of move is that one for? It's jasmine essential oil. It smells sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I choose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them more flow through your body. You feel warm and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that'll be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. You seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with everything. Yuri smiles, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Oh yeah, I have it over here. We will be using the paper folding origami. What I like to do is write different words on each paper. We need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang over the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten to the paper onto ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. It's just me or she's more relaxed when it's just the two of us. Maybe her excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Jobby James. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you finish cutting the ribbons. Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels his long strand of red ribbon, though to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Huh? The knife is strangely beautiful. A silver handle has incarnate patterns waved etched on it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Aha. Well, embarrassed Yuri looks away. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. You promise you won't be weirded out. You promise me weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The one thing, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of dagger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Aha. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's, well, an interesting thing to be into, I guess. It's kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense, ahaha. Besides, it's really cool looking knife, I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yeah, you relax the expression once again. Would you hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me a knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel a point of the knife under my index finger. Ow! Jobby James! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched that at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. The knife's extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drip of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah. She says that it noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah! Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel a tongue curl around my finger. Ugh. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh! Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, face burning up. Yuri. That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done.
How could someone do something? How can I do something like that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sure it was a little weird, and it took me by surprise. But I guess it was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're reacting a little.
Ugh.
She doesn't even lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I gotta do it. But I'm about to do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return.
Jobby James! Did you really just do that?
And now we're even. Yuri looks at me as if I did something wrong. I knew it'd be a bad idea. It's not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil of the air. It would be extremely heavy right now.
You're so weird, Jobby James.
Yuri giggles shyly. Huh? Yuri's calling me weird. I have no response to that.
Why do you keep your bandages?
Nah, I don't think I need one actually.
It's a tiny cut.
Look, it's already stopped bleeding.
I see.
That's relieving. Attention is quickly lifted. We resume to our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. Looks better than unexpected, and I'll be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thing for coming up with this, Yuri.
Oh, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind?
I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets.
Oh, that's right. One of the items Yuri's asked me to buy was a knit of watercolor paint tablets.
We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. You don't mind fetching those for us?
Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be back in a minute.
Thank you very much. Oh, and a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted.
Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use a small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-sized glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips and bring it back to my room. Yuri?
Yes?
I come and see Yuri's quickly unrolling her sleeves, putting it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. It's not hot in here or anything.
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint.
Yuri hardly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into cups.
So, I thought there would be something simple but would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colours of sunrise, then daytime and sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, we'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at front of the classroom.
Ah, neat. What are you going to write?
Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you.
Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling up the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri used a brush to add a few dots of different colours across the banner to serve as a colour guide for where we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. But except I never took elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolours feels like a lot like art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
I'm sorry if it feels too childish.
No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm glad you feel that way too.
Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself.
For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like it when I can spend time with another person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if you don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all that makes me to be happy.
Is that so? Even if you and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about anime and games, where I simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. Don't know about the former, but definitely the latter, if you're referring to me, that is. Just saying. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you'd understand.
Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers.
Ah!
So sorry. Yuri reels back and lifts her hand in surprise. Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt.
It startled me, that's all. I'm sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There's droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck.
There's something on my face?
Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's not my fault. Totally not my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel and dampen it with hot water. I return to my room to kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down on Yuri's face and neck with the towel.
Ah.
Is there something wrong?
No, it's just hot. I didn't expect it.
Sorry. I don't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Oh, wait.
Huh?
It's just for a little longer. It feels really nice.
Ah. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. As if an intense expression that I'd recognize her from when she reads her books. It almost feels like I'm lost in a gaze enveloped by my own thoughts. She breathes gently and half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist and tingling sensation around my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer than mine than it was just a moment ago.
Ah.
Yuri slowly pulls away.
This is sorry. Being a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out.
It's fine. The moment is over as it began. Yuri picks up a brush again, but her movements seem clumsier and she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's pretty and natural looking.
I think it came out better than I expected.
I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now?
Not yet. It needs to dry first.
That is true, but won't that take a while?
Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here. Then you have to bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here.
Whew.
You say that like you're glad it's over. I was wrong to assume that you're at least enjoying yourself a little bit?
No, it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done.
I see. I am too. I'm less concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon.
Ah, so you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping to have some extra time after finishing the work.
Well,
Yuri thinks to herself.
I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry.
I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is we got everything done, right?
Yeah.
So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything.
Gathering all our things, Yuri seems to be a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with her friends in a relaxed environment. That doesn't mean that this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk out of the front door.
Thank you very much for having me today.
No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow.
I will. Well then,
Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine we didn't have much time as we wanted. Because we could do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over and we can hang out somewhere. Ah, I forgot you don't like going out much. I stumble over my words and Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway. You know what I'm trying to say? So...
You're very thoughtful, Jobby James.
Yuri takes a step close to me and then briefly squeezes my hand.
I kind of like that about you.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's not like I ever get a chance to say Yuri as Yuri suddenly pulls back.
This is Sayori!
Huh?
Ah! Hi, Jobby James.
Sayori. Just now we weren't.
Hee 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 hee. It's okay, Jobby James. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you.
I'm sorry, I'm already on my way to leave.
Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we're all together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right?
Of course. Sayori beams.
Yes, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye to her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come over here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
Oh, you know, how much fun you're having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that happens to me. That's all that matters to me. Oh, why am I feeling this way, Jobby James? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Oh, why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Jobby James. If I wasn't here, I wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you, it just isn't a burden on your mind that's making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. Something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side, even if you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Jobby James. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Jobby James, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And...
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want to hurt you anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordless, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that is what I'm going to give to you. You will always be my dearest... Sayori, you will always be my dearest friend. You will always be my dearest friend, Sayori. That is what you need most for things to be like the way they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happy you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult things right now, but please trust me, I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help you get things back to the way they were.
I see.
Sayori forced a smile with an incredibly pained expression.
Is this what it feels like to be stabbed in the chest? Should I write a poem about this?
Sayori?
It's okay. It's just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. So I could just answer I needed to hear. So I get the answer I need to hear. And the other thing, you're right that I just want to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really don't know me better than anyone, Jobby James. I trust you. I'll trust you with everything. anything at all. So...
Sayori smiles and finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her hand with both hands, he screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked I didn't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder, and flashes me with one weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helpless, standing in front of my own house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more I could have done. The most I could do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her through on the right path that's right. I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can't comfort her, I keep wondering if I should do something more. We should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. If I have to be brutally honest with you, I know I'm meant to hate this game and I don't say anything, but I can't help but to admit that I'm actually kind of jealous that Yuri has a really cool knife. I'm not into knife collecting at all, but from what I've heard from the description, it seems like a really cool knife to have. I know I probably shouldn't be advocating knife collecting because it's a bit weird like what Yuri says, but I can't help to admit that she probably has a really cool knife, and I wish I had something as cool as that. Because I just imagine floral patterns. I can't remember if that was the description or not, but yeah, it would be cool to have something like that. I know that sounds really weird, and I probably won't get that because I'm not bothered enough, but it seems like a cool idea. Anyway, I literally don't have anything else to say other than see you then.